Kia, I've had enough of this nonsense. Have you been able to reflect on your actions yet? You're taking your sweet time. If you're pretending to avoid me again, I'll have no choice but to punish you somehow. So please stop messing around. I'm your mother-in-law, for goodness sake. I should have known that you were going to treat me badly. You were the one that locked the storeroom door behind me. Good thing I happen to have a drinking bottle with me, so I'm not too worried. It would have been a worse situation if I was suffering from dehydration. You've got a lot of nerve acting like you have, don't you, Kia? Don't you see how horrible you're being to me? I told you so many times this morning to finish all of the laundry, all right? But by 12 o'clock, the laundry was still not hung up on the drying rack. You were supposed to put the washing on the rack and put it outside in the yard to dry. Is it really that difficult of a chore to do? But you told me that the clothes rack is old and that I should replace it with a new one. I was looking for a better drying rack in the storeroom. You know that excuse isn't going to work on me, right? I'm not as dumb as you think I am. I do have a brain and a degree, so don't think you can get around me. You're the wife, so you should be the one who needs to be aware of the deterioration of the appliances and other things in the house. Because you can't even do things like that, it makes you a terrible wife and an even worse cleaner. I knew you were going to be useless as a wife. I'm not surprised that you'd call me that, Sandra. You've always been so horrible to me since we met. Besides, don't you think locking your daughter-in-law in a storeroom in the middle of a summer heat wave is worse than anything I've done to you? Are you kidding me? Let me just ask you something. Do you really think I would have done this on purpose? Are you serious? I can't think of any other explanations as to why all of a sudden I got locked in here apart from you pushing the door closed. Look, I had no idea that anyone, let alone you, was inside. The door was wide open when it shouldn't be. Look, I'm sorry, okay? The door's normally kept closed. I guess I couldn't hear you because I was listening to music through my earphones. I know for a fact that's not true. Didn't you just say that I need to be punished for something? It makes no sense if it was an accident. I don't know, dear. I guess this is just the form of the punishment that came to mind. I had no intention of locking you up in the beginning, I swear. You know what you're doing is super shady, right? No matter how you look at it, you did this intentionally, didn't you? Well, you know, Kia, if you had the time to come here, why don't we train you how to be a better bride and wife, huh? You know, I really don't care anymore. If you're going to be this way, fine, so be it. You know, thanks to you locking me up in here, I found something good to use from the storeroom. Okay, good. About time you started being useful. In that case, why don't you hurry up out of there and start to make some dinner? Oh, also, I haven't had the time to clean up the yard, so you can do that as well, just for being a little smart aleck. Fine, I guess I can do that. I'll clean up everything properly so you don't worry about a thing, Sandra. Oh, I'm not. Now hurry up out of the storeroom and do your work. There are a lot of chores to be done and not enough time in the day to do them. Hurry up and stop messing about. Hey, Kia, I need to talk to you. Did you make a reservation for the flight yet? The family trip's coming up the day after tomorrow. I haven't been able to see your ticket yet, so you need to show me right now. I really need them so that I can go and visit my son. It's been too long since the last time I saw him. Huh? What are you talking about? I shouldn't be going, right? Why am I supposed to be booking a flight for, Sandra? What on earth are you saying, girl? Shouldn't you have already booked the tickets? Isn't it obvious? It's your job to do these things for an older lady like me. You're going to buy me a plane ticket and drive me to the airport on that day. How many times do I have to tell you this? Okay, well, this is the first time I'm hearing of such a thing. Do you really think that I'd forget to book you a ticket? You never told me in the first place. It's the wife's duty to buy things for her mother-in-law, and that includes buying plane tickets for me. I can't believe this. How could you be such a useless wife? Even if you say something like that to me, I'm not even going to try and understand your feelings towards me. After all, I am obviously not included in this family trip or anything. It's like I'm not even a member of the family. How can you call it a family trip when you're excluding people? I'm going to go and see Jeremy, who's away on his own, so of course it's turned into a family trip. It's normal for families to fly halfway across the country to see one another. Oh, is that so? I had no idea you were even doing this. Even if you asked me nicely to take you to the airport, I couldn't because I don't have my license. Excuse me? This is the 21st century. How does someone like you not have their driver's license? Look, I just don't have one, all right? There are some people who just haven't learned how to drive. I can't stand cars. Are you kidding me? You don't like cars, that's your reason? But they're so convenient and reliable. It's such a great invention. Well, if you can't drive me, I guess I'll just have to catch a bus or something to the airport. I've got no choice, actually. I'll just take a cab there. I want you at the airport first thing in the morning waiting for me, and that's an order, Kia. Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean? You're wanting me to get to the airport before you? I can't just go to the airport when you're being dropped off by a taxi. Look, I've never been on a plane alone in my life. I need someone to watch me board the plane, and it's going to be you, okay? So you're wanting me to go to the airport a separate way from you just to see you board a plane? Yes. Do you have something to complain about, Kia? It's a special family, and I need as much help as possible, so do this for me. Well, if it was a family trip, I would be allowed to go too instead of standing there watching you board a plane. Why do you think I'd invite you to come with me on a plane? Do you think that we'd be going together? No way, I can't forgive you for how you've acted towards me. Now you need to stop getting carried away and just do as I say because I'm your mother-in-law. Okay, I understand, Sandra. I guess if that's what you want me to do on that day, I suppose I can do it. You really have some nerve being so rude to me, Kia. You're such a horrible wife and daughter-in-law. You need to show me more respect.
Hi, Kia. Did you manage to get on the flight safely? I'm really sorry about my mom. She's not really good at using her words in the right way.
Yeah, I've managed to book a flight and everything, but it's definitely gotten more expensive recently.
Yeah, I've noticed the price rise as well. But there's no need to worry about money. It isn't as important in the big scheme of things. I'm just glad you're able to book something. I'm really looking forward to seeing you, Kia. I have so many things to talk to you about.
Oh, Jeremy, I'm not going to be heading to where you are, I don't think.
Huh? What do you mean? You said that you booked a flight, though. You're not making any sense to me, Kia.
Well, this time it's a family trip, so I wasn't allowed to come since I'm apparently not part of the family. I'm sure Tilly was also looking forward to seeing me.
Are you kidding me? Is that what my mom said to you? That only family can go? You're a part of this family. You're my wife, for goodness sake.
Yeah, things have gotten so much worse since your work made you transfer, Jeremy. Every day I'm told by your mom that I'm not part of the family. Then the other day, things just got so much worse. She locked me in the storeroom for a while until I started to obey her orders.
I'm sorry, what did she do? Why didn't you tell me this earlier? Kia, you need to keep me more in the loop. She can't treat you like this.
Well, I know how really depressed you've been about this work transfer, right? I didn't want to make things worse for you, and I thought I could handle it. I didn't want you to worry about me when you were struggling yourself. It didn't seem fair on you to do that.
Look, don't worry about that. Things aren't so bad with work now. I'm getting used to it. I just wish that I could be closer to you. Well, you should have at least talked to my sister about this, okay? You can discuss more things with her.
I didn't want to bother her with this either since she lives so far away as well. I just thought I had more control of the situation. I don't have a lot of people to talk to, so it's more difficult to get advice from others. It's really hard right now.
I see. Aw, Kia, I just wish that I knew sooner. I'm so sorry about the way you've been treated. I feel terrible. I'm sorry I never noticed how much you were suffering with my mom.
Jeremy, it's really bad, but you shouldn't be the one apologizing for this. I never thought that your mom would treat me like this. She has such a horrible personality.
Well, I suppose I better tell you that my mom has been in touch with me a lot lately. She was consulting me about how you've been harassing her at home and other things like that.
Wait, what? Has she now? Why would she say that when I haven't done anything to her? It's me who's being harassed.
She told me that as soon as I left the house, you started shouting at her and abusing her. That's why I wanted the three of us to meet face to face. We need to sort this matter out once and for all. We need to have a proper adult discussion rather than hearing accusations.
Okay, well, I don't know if that's going to happen, Jeremy. Look, I've got something to show you. You need to watch this video.
What are you talking about? What video? Did you record something? Oh my God. What did I seriously just watch? This is unbelievable. This actually happened?
Yes, this is the video of me being locked in the storeroom by your mother. Even though I kept knocking on the door asking for help, you can hear her laughing on the other side of the door, can't you?
I guess the video confirms your side of the story. My mom was the one lying about her accusations all along. I thought it would be best to discuss it properly in person. Just the three of us so we can all be on the same page. I thought we'd be mature enough to handle that.
I never thought that she'd say or do something like this to me. It makes no sense. What a terrible personality she has, Jeremy. She really hates me, and she won't even give me a reason why she does. It's so frustrating to deal with.
Well, I should tell you that my mom and my sister never really got along either.
What? But she's her daughter, though. How can she not get along with her when she's her own flesh and blood?
Yeah, I've got no idea, Kia. The reason why my sister's living so far away from her is because she ran away from home. Mom apparently didn't like her independent personality. She believes that my sister should have gotten married and become a full-time housewife, but not all women want to do that, and they shouldn't.
I see. Wow, I can't believe it. Now I see why she's so determined to have me trained well as a bride and wife.
My mom wouldn't even let her wear jeans. Like, what's so wrong with wearing jeans? Almost everyone does, right? She told my sister that jeans are for men to wear and that women should be polite and be more feminine, so she had to wear skirts all the time. What's even worse? She threw away all the photos that had my sister in them. Can you believe that? Who does that to a family member?
Are you kidding me? That's horrible, Jeremy. No wonder your sister ran away from home. She was treated like crap by your mom.
My sister also consulted me about our mother and how she acted towards her. That's why I thought it would be best to hear both sides of the story so it can be straightened out. This time when we meet, I wanted to plan a way that we could all have different types of discussions without pointing fingers too often.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. There'll definitely need to be a conversation about all that's happened.
I'm so sorry that you're involved in such a huge family dispute, Kia. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I'll try and convince my mom that you need to go along on the trip with her so that we can all be together and talk this out. It doesn't matter if you're both not on the same plane, just as long as you're coming to see me.
Okay, I understand. I suppose we can do that. I just don't want this going the wrong way for us. Your mother can be very unpredictable sometimes. It's been exhausting trying to deal with her.
I'm really sorry about this whole situation, Kia. I know I keep apologizing. I just wish there was more I could do. I just feel so miserable.
What on earth is going on here? What are you doing? I've tried to contact you so many times already. How long have you been sleeping in for? Huh? Oh, it's you, Sandra. What are you up to? I don't get why you want to get in touch with me so badly. Are you kidding me right now, Kia? You're not supposed to be saying things like that to me. I'm the one who should be asking where you are. Cut the crap. I knew you'd be running late since you're a useless wife. You need to come to the airport right now. No, I'm not going to do that. I guess you haven't heard what's going on then, have you? I'm sure that Jeremy tried to call you many times. Why would that be? It's just going to be another call from him about his opinion on me. The other day I told him you yelled at me to be more kind to you. But he got angry at me instead. No one understands how I feel or makes the effort to understand me. Is that why you've been ignoring his calls recently then? To be honest, I don't care about all the calls he's been making right now. Are you really trying to mess things up by being almost an hour late for a family vacation? You need to come to the airport right now and get on your knees and apologize to me, you absolute scumbag of a woman. You're beyond useless and shouldn't be married to Jeremy. Sandra, do you have any idea that your daughter's funeral is in progress right now? Wait, what did you just say? What on earth are you talking about? What funeral? Why are you talking about my daughter? The day before yesterday, Tilly was in a car accident on her way back home. It was pitch black and there was a head-on collision. She was killed in the accident, Sandra. So the whole family is coming for her funeral today. Huh? Oh, there's no way that can be true. Kia, stop lying to me. If it's really true, why didn't I know about it before now? I'm her mother. I would know, right? I guess you didn't know because you kept ignoring Jeremy's calls and mine as well. I tried to contact you many times, Sandra. The funeral is going to begin any minute now, so please don't contact me during it. I don't want to be disturbed. Are you being serious right now? Is it true that Tilly is really dead? She's passed away. No, this can't be. That's what I just said, isn't it? She's gone, Sandra. I'm sure Jeremy also sent you many messages, so why don't you scroll back through your chat history to find what he said? Oh, I see what he said. Oh, this can't be real. I think I've gone into shock. Okay, I know what to do now. I'll head over there now. Please tell me where it's being held. What are you going to do when you get here? I can't accept you as a mother-in-law anymore. What do you mean? No matter what, I'm your mother-in-law. I'm also Tilly's mother, all right? No matter what anyone says to me, I've got every right to be present at the funeral. Sandra, do you even remember the last message you sent to Tilly? Do you remember how you treated her? Wait, what? What are you talking about? What message? I've got no clue what you're talking about. You sent a message to her just before she had her accident. The message went like this. You're not a member of this family, so you're not allowed to come on this family trip. Everyone in this family hates you. I hate you, your brother hates you, and Kia hates you. Your brother only invited you out of pity. When you get here, we plan on laughing at you together. Wait, what? I don't know what this message is. Where did you even get this from? Tilly was holding on to her phone before she died. When I went to take it out of hand, the screen lit up and all of those messages came up in the notifications. About 5 minutes after receiving all of those cruel messages from you, she was hit by another car. According to the driver, the car suddenly came out of nowhere and was looking unsteady. She must have been in some sort of trance. Probably because of those messages you sent, because a mother shouldn't say those sort of things to her child. But I didn't do anything. I didn't hurt her. It wasn't like I meant those things. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second, Sandra. We think that you're the one who caused Tilly to have her accident. She got distracted by what you sent her. Even though that might not be completely why she crashed, but it's hard to not think that. Now, just wait a minute, okay? This can't all be because of me sending a simple text message. That's completely insane. Well, considering what happened to your daughter, you can't help but regret your decisions now, can you, Sandra? I despise you, Sandra. Your words hurt Tilly, and she died because of that. You couldn't just leave her alone, could you? Hey, you don't know anything about the situation, all right? She was the one who left me, okay? There was no doubt that she was always causing me trouble, and I knew that. She just had to go and break my heart by running away. I've got so much to say about this, but for now I'm going to leave it here. Your daughter's funeral is starting, and I need to support your family. Please excuse me. At least do the right thing and reflect on what you've done to your family and how they've suffered because of you. Hey, no! Get back here. Just wait. Kia, please. Wait. Hey, Jeremy, my son, are you there? Please talk to me. I really need you to do a favor for me, so reply as soon as you can. I'm begging you, please listen to what I have to say. Just this once, please.
And what is it that you want to say, Mom? Haven't you done enough? But sure, let's hear it. What do you have to say now?
I sent those messages because I was super angry and frustrated about the situation. I was a little annoyed that you invited Tilly on the trip.
You were frustrated? Are you kidding me? I don't understand what you mean, Mom. Tilly has always wanted to reconcile with you, Mom. Although the relationship didn't work out, I was grateful to her for basically raising me single-handedly, unlike you.
I said those things because I thought that Tilly hated me. I was only hurting her because she hurt me.
But why would there be any reason for me or Kia to hate my sister, Mom? I can't believe you right now. Stop all your lies.
I'm really sorry, Jeremy. I never expected something like this to happen to my family, but isn't it true that Tilly hated me?
Would you seriously just stop this? You've done enough to us. You make me sick, Mom.
What do you mean? Well, it's unfortunate that things have turned out like this, but a messed up mother and daughter relationship can go wrong. It's a rare occurrence, though.
Okay, whatever, I get it. So you're basically saying that you've more or less done nothing wrong. You just had a quarrel with Tilly, and then all of a sudden you've become estranged from each other? So there's nothing you could do about it?
Exactly. There was nothing I could do. After all, how else could I have fixed this? Who could possibly know that things would end up like this? I hadn't been in touch with her for a long time, and I did say some immature things, but...
You say that you both haven't been in contact with each other for a long time? Would you quit it with all the lies? It's so frustrating.
Huh? I'm not lying. What are you talking about? Since when was she in contact with me?
I know that my sister was in contact with you, Mom. You asked me for her contact information to try and attempt to mend the relationship with her.
That's not right. I never received a call from Tilly. I think I only ever talked to her for a little bit on the phone, and then she immediately hung up on me.
Cut it out, Mom. You're such a liar. The only reason you were going to make up with her is because you needed money.
Huh? Wait, what? I don't know what you mean. What money are you referring to?
My sister was nice enough to pay you the money because she did as she was told. She thought she was at fault with the relationship. She was thinking she was the reason the relationship turned sour, but it was always you. As soon as you received the money, you cut off all contact from Tilly.
That's not true. I didn't do that. Did you hear that from Tilly? She bends the truth a lot, you know.
Yes, I did. She told me. That's why I tried to create opportunities for all of us to get together as a family. As I was stuck in the middle. I thought I needed to hear what you had to say about the whole thing.
If you knew everything, then why didn't you say something about it to me? Why be so secretive about it?
I wanted to believe that you wouldn't do that to another family member, Mom. But you also treat Kia like crap too, don't you, Mom? No matter how much you love me and how much you care for me as a mom, I can't let you treat the other women in this family like crap. I thought this was a huge misunderstanding, but it's not. You're just a terrible person.
That's enough, Jeremy. What are you going to do then? Kick me out of the family? Fine, just do it. I just won't come anywhere near you anymore. Are you satisfied? Do you really want me out of your life that badly? You know that you'll have no more mother if you do this to me.
I really thought that this could be fixed, but obviously not. There's no way I can keep my arms open for you anymore. You really are the worst mother in the world, Sandra. You're complete and utter scum. Don't come near me again.
Oh, Sandra, I thought I better message you again. I don't want to go into too much detail about this. But I better tell you that I've decided to sue you. That's all I need to say. Hold on, what? You're suing me? What for? Do you even have a good enough reason to do that? I'm suing you for damages, for locking me up in the storeroom and keeping me away from the outside world. Didn't I tell you? It wasn't intentional, it was an accident. I didn't know you were in there. How would I know? Yeah, well, you know how you said you couldn't hear me because you were listening to music? Well, then you better watch this video recording. How is that possible? Were you recording in the storeroom? There's no camera in there, so how did you get footage from the inside? Yes, of course, I was locked inside. When you told me that the drying rack was in the storeroom, I was a little worried that something like this would happen. So that's why I took my phone and my water bottle in with me just in case. I also started the recording as soon as I walked in. You can clearly see that you were following me and that you closed the door behind me. Also, you can see that you weren't wearing any earphones. All I wanted to do is train you to be an obedient and polite wife, and you weren't doing what I told you to do properly. Oh, is that so? So you thought it would be best to lock me up until I complied? That's a good enough reason to sue you. Also, please get out of the house. You're not welcome there anymore. We're cutting you out of our lives for good. You've got no right to live in that house where Jeremy and I live and put our hard-earned cash towards the rent. What? You can't just kick me out of the house. That's a terrible thing to do. You wouldn't really do this to me, would you, Kia? Considering what happened to Tilly, we've had enough of you and don't want to end up like my sister-in-law. So bye-bye, Sandra. I guess it's way too late to say it now, but I'm being remorseful, especially with what I did to Tilly and to you. Please just give me one more chance. Didn't you hear me? We are cutting you off, Sandra. You'll never learn to listen to me properly, you piece of trash. Hey, is it true you're coming back here? Is your company actually allowing you to come back to the main office?
Oh, yes. I don't know when my mom will start to hold a grudge and come after you. So I'm coming back. Let's move to another place.
But what about your job? What are you going to tell your boss? Do you think you'll be able to make this move without any problems?
I explained the situation to the company, and I'm having my work moved there. They were being a bit unreasonable, but I said you're more important. Because of me leaving, it's my fault that my mom treated you so horribly. I don't want you to deal with things like that on your own anymore.
But Jeremy, it's not your fault. You had no choice. You had to move for work. Don't take this to heart too much. You shouldn't blame yourself when it was someone else who did wrong.
No, I'll take responsibility for this. I could have turned down the transfer job, but I didn't. Look, what happened, Kia? I don't want anything to happen to you because of my mom. I knew that you were both having problems with each other, and I did nothing to stop it. I also trusted my mom over everyone else. I started to think that the problem was my sister, or that it was a whole misunderstanding.
She's your mother. No wonder you wanted to believe her. Don't worry about me. Just think about Tilly.
I know, yeah. There were so many things I wanted to tell my sister, but I can't now. She's gone, and I've got nothing of hers to keep her in my thoughts.
Yeah, it's really sad, Jeremy. Actually, a good thing has come out of me being locked in that storeroom.
Oh, really? You think so? What was so good about it? Was there something in the storeroom that you found? Wait a minute. This isn't what I think it is it? Where'd you get this? I thought there were no more photos of Tilly in the house.
Yeah, I found a photo of you and Tilly when you were in middle school. It was hiding in the storeroom. It's a little bit dirty, but I'm sure we can have it cleaned up. I'll give it to you soon.
That's really sweet of you, Kia. Thank you so much for finding this. Now I can have some good memories of my sister.
Yeah, it happened to fall off the top shelf in the storeroom, so I don't think it was me who found it. I think your sister wanted you to have it. After that, Kia won the lawsuit against her mother-in-law, Sandra. She was able to receive a large amount of money as she was compensated for being locked up. She was worried about Sandra's resentment towards her, but it seems like she's lost all of her energy. Now that she's been kicked out of the house, she is drowning in debt. Sandra seems to be wandering around the city like a derelict up to no good. She can't help but regret her past decisions. She'll live the rest of her life in pain. Kia and Jeremy now live in a new apartment together and are living a happy and fulfilled life. Now, with Jeremy by her side, Kia is more than happy to forget what happened to them. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. I kind of knew that a plain and ugly person like you was never meant for the son of a CEO like Abel. Don't you feel the same way? That's kind of why I'd like you to give up on that wedding with him now. All you'll be doing to yourself by having it is making yourself even more embarrassed, right? Huh? What's all this about now, Astrid? As a longtime friend of yours, I thought I'd just tell you the truth straight up. Everyone else around you are all being way too kind, trying to be nice to you and not hurt your feelings about this, right? How great you must feel to have an honest friend like me around, right? Now, as a way of appreciating that, could you please listen to what helpful advice I've given you? Helpful advice? None of what you've said to me was helpful in any way at all, though. All you're doing is sending me some really rude texts right before my wedding of all things. And as for who I'm getting married to and what they have to do with me, it has nothing to do with you at all, right? Marrying the son of a really successful CEO is not something that suits you, Helen. I like to think that someone like you is far better off marrying a man working in trades or some other dirty work. Huh? What the hell are you trying to say about me right now? What do you think you're going to achieve by coming to me and saying such things? Do you find it fun to say rude things to me now? What? Why is it so hard for you to understand how kind I'm being right now? We are longtime friends, aren't we? That's why I'm saying all of these things out of the kindness of my heart. You should be thanking me for doing that. You just called me ugly and plain, as well as not being fit for someone like my fiancé. What about all of those things was very kind of you, and what should I be thanking you for? None of what you're saying is making any sense at all right now, Astrid. Well, it's not like there's any reason for you to be getting prepared for marriage anyway, because you're never going to be able to get married to a man of that caliber. Ugh. If all you want to do here today is talk down to me about what I'm doing and the person that I am, then how about you just stop and find something better to do with your time? I hope you're looking forward to what's going to happen tomorrow. I would like to say that to you, actually. By the way, did I even invite you to my wedding in the first place? I'll see you tomorrow. I really have no clue what all of that was just about. Just cut it out with all that crazy weird stuff and go do something else with your time, please. You're just creating a larger boundary between you and I is all. Goodbye now. I know it's only 10 minutes before your wedding is supposed to start, but I'll be taking your fiancé from you now. Having now just lost your groom to me in such a sad way, I hope you live the rest of your life in despair. Huh? Once again, I have zero clue what all you're going on about right now, so do you care to explain? Your groom, Abel, ended up choosing me over you because I'm better. I guess he never really was into you all that much. By the way, when you put yourself and me side by side, of course any man would want to choose me. And Abel has told me that I'm the woman for him. And no matter how he compares you and I, he can see that I am far better off becoming the wife of a CEO than you are. Hold on a second, so that means you're with Abel right now? I was just told that Abel went missing a little bit ago, which means that he ran off to be with you now? That's right! You miserable bride. This should put you in your place for once and force you to never try for a man of Abel's type again. But of course, I'll be inviting you out to our wedding soon. So please look forward to the day that will be happening on. There's no way something like this could be happening. I'm cutting ties to you for good after the crap you've pulled this time. You have done something so unimaginable and wrong that I don't think I can even talk to you anymore. You and I are longtime friends, though. It wasn't my fault that you could never understand how ugly and plain you've been. I'm tired of talking with you now, Astrid. There is nothing left that I have to say to a monster like you, so goodbye. Abel, where have you run off to? It's time for the wedding to start now, and you're nowhere to be found yet.
I'm sorry, but I can no longer marry someone like you, Helen. I ended up finding the woman that I've been destined for, so there was nothing else I could do. I learned that you were not the person I was meant to marry at the last minute of all times. So go ahead and cancel that wedding for us, please.
What? Are you seriously saying something like that right now? Are you seriously saying that you are going to leave me for my longtime friend Astrid now?
I don't want to compare the two of you in any way, but the fact that things had to happen like this with one of your longtime friends makes me feel a little bit bad. But I like to think that you and I being together only ever happened so that I could meet her. Had I been able to find Astrid before I ever started to date you, I would have totally chosen her and never had to hurt you like this. There you go. She is the one that I love the most and will be spending the rest of my life with. I love her.
Wow, that is frickin' disgusting.
Huh? Who the hell do you think you are calling this disgusting? I'm just allowing myself to follow my destiny instead of trying to make things work with a woman I was never meant for.
That is not the kind of crap you should be saying to your bride on the day of our wedding, though. Had that been the way you felt about me, you should have told me a whole lot sooner. There would have been time to cancel this wedding weeks in advance, and then all of these guests of ours wouldn't have had to waste their time coming here today. Are you really okay causing them all this trouble now? What are you going to say to your parents when they ask you about all of this? You've really gone and shown us how selfish you are now.
I'm sure that my parents will be just fine with the path that I've chosen. And thank God all this happened before I went to the courthouse with you and legally got married. Now let's both go and live our different lives apart from one another.
Seriously, this is all so insane that I'm not even sure how to feel about any of this anymore. Now all I can think about is how crazy not only you are, but Astrid is, as well as your parents, who I'm sure won't actually give a damn. Just remember that it's not me going to be regretting all of this, but you and your family, Abel. And if you do happen to forget, I'll make sure to come around and remind you all of what you've done.
What are you trying to say you can do to us that'll make us all regret this day? Stop crying like such a bitch now just because I found my true love. Just give it up already and go find yourself a new man who will actually love you, unlike me, and be happy that way. Although it's going to be pretty difficult for you to become as happy as Astrid and I'll be.
Go ahead and say whatever you'd like. I have no reason to be comparing my future with yours, considering you all will be on a completely different level of hell after today. Anyway, go ahead and enjoy that new path you've chosen, asshole. Hey, has the invitation made its way to your place yet? You're going to come out to our wedding for us, right? We happen to be longtime friends with one another after all. Huh? An invitation? Now that you mention it, something like that did come in the mail for me. What? You still haven't taken a look at it yet? Go and open it right now, please. That invitation is for one of your most important friends' weddings, after all. And you promised to come to it no matter what. I have no reason to go anywhere you'll be at. It's only been a little while, and yet you've forgotten what you've done to me already? Oh, and by the way, have you taken a look at today's news by any chance? Why are you trying to change the subject of this conversation on me now? Are you still that upset with me after what happened? Well, whatever it is on TV has nothing to do with me. I'm at that point now where nothing will stop me from being as happy as I am. This is going to be the most luxurious wedding ever held. Oh, the most luxurious wedding ever, huh? Let's just hope that can actually happen for you now. Stop acting so jealous about it. If you keep on hating me like that for what I've obtained, then you're going to live the rest of your life in darkness. Are you wanting me to apologize to you for all of this or something? Well, here you go. I'm so sorry that I stole your CEO's son of a fiancé from you right before your wedding. But now that wealthy young man that I'm marrying is going to have a very expensive wedding filled with all the most prestigious of guests, so a loser like you has to come as well, all right? So you haven't seen the news about their company going bankrupt? What? It's on the news right now if you turn on a TV. Well, there were talks about that company going under for a while now, so that's nothing new to see. So watching as that company goes bankrupt now is not a shocker. This happened because they lost their contract with my company. Huh? What news are you talking about? You're just joking about all of that, right? Are you that upset with everything I've done to you that you'd lie about my fiancé's family now? Not at all. I really don't care about you enough anymore to waste my time doing something as petty as that. I'm just trying to tell you the facts about your fiancé's dad's company is all. How about you have a look at the news now? Hold on a second. What kind of news is this? Huh? Are you sure this isn't some kind of fake news that you've made up? Why would anybody care to make up fake news about that company, Astrid? But you know this did all happen after you decided to steal my fiancé from me, which led to that contract being ended. I like to think this was a great outcome for myself now that I really think about it. But in your case, this kind of sucks to hear, right? I'm sure that fancy wedding you were planning to have with all of those guests isn't going to be very fun now. Huh? What the hell does that mean? If that wedding isn't going to be as fun as I've been thinking, then what's going to happen to my marriage to Abel? What about all of those prestigious guests his dad was inviting? I've already sent out all of the invitations with Abel for the wedding. Are you trying to make it sound like my wedding is going to have to end up being canceled or something now? I don't even think you're going to have one in the first place. Abel's father just lost his company of all things, which means they won't be able to afford a wedding for you guys anymore. And when it comes to Abel himself, he just lost his job, right? As you can see on the news right now, the CEO of that company ran away. If the banks aren't able to find his father, that means Abel, being the one who is next in line for the position of CEO, will have to take on that responsibility for his father. Well, as his soon-to-be wife, you'll just have to do your best to support him as he struggles, right? What are you talking about? You're saying his dad ran away? There's no way something like that could have happened to that family. Why would a dad like Abel's be willing to run from his own company and leave all of that mess to his son? Could he even be considered a parent for doing something like that? Why are you asking me all of that? Just look at the news, for crying out loud. Asking me is just a waste of both our time, as I don't actually care about that family anymore, you dumbass. Now, because none of that matters to me, go find someone else to cry to. Please. Why, at a time like this? His company went bankrupt. There's no way something like that could be happening. Was it because the company wasn't getting good enough results? I never knew something like that could even happen to a company like theirs. Hey, how about you take a look at the news and stop texting me now? All I've seen is that Abel's father was embezzling money from the company, and no small amount of money either. He was also going and covering up any of the company's faulty product so that he could meet sales goals his company set. And, well, both of those things led to a massive problem on their hands. Sure, my company may have pulled out of that contract last minute, but had we been any later, and things might have bit us in the butt as well over there. What do you mean when you keep saying your company? That company that Abel's father has been running just so happens to be one of the companies I've been watching after for my company, which means we had a contract between one another when it came to business. It was actually because of that contract that I met with Abel and started to talk with him a lot. And whenever he'd tell me about all the details of his father's company, I knew something smelled a bit fishy. So after taking a look into things by myself, I noticed there were plenty of issues with the way Abel's father ran that company, and I went to my boss about it. That led to my boss initiating a proper investigation into Abel's father's company, and soon after that, the issues were completely exposed. What? So, in other words, all of this is your fault! Why are you going to blame me for all of that? I never went and embezzled money from my own company or hid product defects. All I did was come across those issues and bring them up to my boss. The only ones who should be blamed right now are your fiancé and your fiancé's father. Because of the bad choices they both made, their company sank. Wouldn't you call that them both getting what they were asking for? So you took things that far in order to ruin our wedding? There's no freaking way something like this could happen. I can't believe this. Ruin your wedding? Wasn't it you that waited until 10 minutes before my wedding to tell me that you stole my fiancé from me and that he'd no longer be coming back, resulting in my ongoing wedding being ruined? Well, it's not like I held anything against you for that, because you saved me a lot of trouble by ending things between Abel and I. I'm glad I didn't have to become family to some criminals. I'm really happy that I didn't ever have to marry that pile of crap man either. What the hell? Are you making fun of me now? Of course I am. But I wasn't the one who started this, considering you were the first one taking the crap out of me, right? And hey, didn't things end up the way you wanted them to with me? We should both be happy right now with our new lives. Sure, it sucks that your wedding may not happen anymore, but thankfully this happened a bit before your wedding day, so you ended up better than I did when you took my fiancé. How could this be any good for me? Tell me right now, what about all of this should be making me happy? You ended up the same as me, right? You didn't have to go through all of that crap like the wedding and marrying criminals, right? Unless what you're saying is... Astrid, did you already get married to Abel at the courthouse or something? You thought I wouldn't be married to him yet? We went to the courthouse a long time ago in order to become husband and wife. Are you serious? Well, now you've really gone and done it to yourself. I didn't think that someone like you could actually be as stupid as that. Who are you calling stupid? I was afraid that someone as miserable as you would try and get back at me by stealing my Abel from me, so we freaked out and got married as soon as we could, which makes all of this your fault now. Do you understand what I mean by that right now? You have gone and ruined my whole life because of that now, so you're going to take responsibility for it. Wait. I didn't know that I was you, too. Well, if that's the case, can I have whatever things you have right now? Your money, your clothing, even your place? What? Well, you just made it sound like I have to take responsibility for you screwing up your own life, right? Which means that I must be you as well. Or are you just that frickin' dumb that you're trying to push your own mistakes off onto someone else? That would be a massive mistake right there if that's the case. You went and did all of that stuff to yourself, so you take responsibility for it. Are you really unaware of the fact that you did all of that to yourself? But then who's going to compensate me for this whole mess? Compensate for your mess, you mean? I don't completely understand. What are you trying to say here? My wedding! If things don't change soon, then I won't be able to have it, right? Who is going to compensate me for that? That's something I don't know about or care to know about. And since it's your wedding, how about you figure that one out? And hey, how about instead of talking to a complete stranger about all your problems, you talk to your husband? You both married one another, so how about you do what husbands and wives do and fix your personal issues yourselves? Anyway, I hope things go well for you guys. Wait a sec, Helen, I'll give you Abel back! Huh? What the hell do you mean you'll give him back? I mean what I just said. I don't need someone like Abel anymore, which is why I'll be handing him back over to you now. But that means you'll have to give me back my peaceful life where I wasn't married to these idiots. I actually have no idea what the hell you're talking about now. Goodbye. I don't need trash like that, so have a good day now. I've got a good life of my own now, so no littering idiots are going to pollute my garden. So goodbye forever now, you crappy longtime friend. And P.S. We aren't friends or anything, so stop talking to me like you know me. I hope you both find a way to make that hell comfortable together.
Helen, do you think you can talk right now? I have something that I'd really like to apologize to you about right now.
No thanks. Don't have time for trash like you. And since you are trash and I don't speak to your kind, we won't be able to understand one another anyway. So goodbye now.
Hold on a second, Helen. What the hell am I supposed to do in this situation? Hey! Stop trying to act like you can just leave me here like this. I'm trying to talk with you right now because I've thought everything through, okay?
What the hell do you keep calling me for? Make whatever the hell you have to say quick and then leave me alone.
I made a mistake! My mistake was choosing someone like Astrid over you! I should have just looked away from her and stayed on track to marrying you! I get that this is the worst time to ask this, but could you please forgive me?
Forgive you? Forgive what about you exactly? I'm not mad at you or anything, Abel, so what is there to forgive you for?
What? You're not upset with me? Well, that's freaking great news to my ears. That'll make things a whole lot quicker for me. Let's get married.
Huh? So who was it today that made you hit your head that badly? Because there's no way in hell you could just be asking me that without there being something completely wrong with your head. You're already married to Astrid, aren't you? So you can't marry me now. Oh, wait. Are you just trying to marry me now because your daddy's company fell flat? Seriously, man?
If you can get that contract going again with my father's company, then I'm sure he'll come back to me and take the blame for whatever crimes he committed. So please, let's talk about this all together in a more serious fashion.
Do you have any idea what you'd done before I cut ties to you? I'm not joking here. 10 minutes before our wedding, you ran off with my longtime friend and never came back, which then caused me to have to cancel our wedding and everything. And I'm not just blaming you for that, because Astrid is just as much to blame. But right now, you seem to act like none of that was a big deal to us all. And that you can get my help in saving your daddy's company again?
I know that. I'm sure a lot of that is true. But I've learned my lesson from all of that. And I've learned that Astrid only wanted me for my father's and my money. Choosing her over you was a major mistake of mine that I want to fix now. So Helen, will you please come back to me? I want to become happy with you now, which means I'll go and divorce her right now.
Honestly, men like you are even more crappy than I first thought you'd be.
Why the hell would you say something like that about me? You told me you weren't upset at me, yet that seems to have been a lie now.
I wasn't lying when I said I wasn't mad. I just don't give a damn about you anymore is all. And you and your family's company has nothing to do with me anymore, so to be frank, I just don't care what happens to all of you.
You don't give a damn about me? You and I were gonna get married to one another, yet now you're telling me you don't care about me anymore? Could something like that even be possible?
All right, Abel, let me explain this to you then. When you both went ahead and did something so unthinkable that it actually made my head hurt for a few days, I lost interest in everything that had to do with you. Also, when it comes to your daddy's company going under, that was all due to your daddy's doings. And you being the next in line for the position of CEO should have meant that you'd step in when you saw what he was doing and saved the company you were going to inherit, right? Yet you never could do that even when I warned you to, instead waiting for things to go to hell before asking me to come back. You are nothing more than a fake man and one who should never step near the position of CEO ever again.
You don't have to say all of that to me now. I already know that. But I don't care what all I did then because I just want you back now.
And I strongly decline. Now you stop talking to me forever, you pile of shit. Go find your wife now and burn in hell with her, please. Goodbye forever, you asshat. I know that this might not be the best time for this, but I really want to apologize to you. Shut the hell up. A few weeks ago, your dumbass husband tried what you're doing now, and it's not going to work. And didn't I tell you to never talk to me again? Screw off. I don't care to talk anymore. And as for that apology, go and shove it up your pussy or something. We aren't anything anymore, and we never will be. But I want to become your friend again. And it's all because of that crappy man that our relationship as friends to one another was ruined in the first place, which has left me very sad. I've made sure to leave him now because of that. Ooh, is that right? Well, thank God for that, I guess. Now you won't have to deal with all of his self-inflicted responsibilities anymore, right? Great. But I've already had to deal with them enough. Due to us having been married when he took on all that debt from his dad who ran off, he had to pay out of his own pocket in order to appease the banks, which left him with no money at all, and that meant he could never afford to pay me a settlement in the divorce. How awful, right? And as for my family, they all disowned me, so I have nowhere left to go. Ellen, could you please help me? Huh? What? So you came here after I told you to screw off forever, asking for my help of all things? Are you actually serious right now? What makes you think I'd ever help your ass? You already know you're helpless, don't you? I don't have anyone to ask for help anymore. You're the only person in my phone that hasn't blocked me yet and I can still get in touch with. You can understand why, right? I promised to apologize, so please. Allow me to say this. I have never once thought of you as anything more than an annoying bitch, okay? What? What do you mean by that? Sure, we lived close to one another when we were little, which meant we always were playing around one another. But I always saw you as this little pain in the ass and nothing else. Remember how you'd always take all my things from my house and break them all? I always hated you for being such an asshole, but now that we're adults, I've learned to just forget about you entirely. You're lying, right? I thought you were one of my closest friends. Sorry, but I never thought that about you and have never wanted to talk to you. You're probably the most annoying person I had to deal with growing up, so now I can say that you need to go screw yourself for what you've done. Now that you've been told that, how about leaving me alone and dealing with all that yourself? And one other thing, stop acting like such a selfish bitch, please. If you want people to stay around you, you have to act like you're actually worth being around in the first place. Anyway, good luck with all of that. And this time, I'm just going to delete all of your contact info after blocking you. So goodbye forever! After having gone and told Astrid how I have truly felt about her all these years, I was able to block her and delete her contact in my phone. And from what my parents have told me back in her family's neighborhood, her parents weren't kidding about disowning her. And so when she tried to step back into their house, they yelled at her to screw off, calling her an embarrassment to everyone in that neighborhood. Right now she's out there somewhere working a few jobs, trying to make up all the money she had to lose renting her own place and moving far away from the rest of us. I know that I really don't have to think about what happened with her anymore, but I really am thankful that she got in the way of my marriage with Abel and saved me from all that needless hell. And what happened with Abel, you might be asking? Well, he ended up being stuck with all the crimes his father had committed in the company, as he was always there to witness them taking place, and that would leave him in a lot of debt after paying all the legal fees and fines off. His father never could be found, and based off his spending, he has bought a one-way ticket to Russia and took his wife with him in order to never be found again. I'm not sure what all has happened with Abel since the divorce, but from what some of my friends have told me, he ended up selling his parents' home in order to get the money to pay off his debts, and has gone and left town in order to start a new life. I'm not sure how well things are going to go for him out there, but considering his name was all over the news like his father's, he can probably forget about ever finding a company job like the one he had ever again. As for right now, I'm going to go out there and find someone else who can make me happy, and I mean make me really happy. And of course, considering I'll never have to hear from those dumbasses anymore, I'll be happy no matter where I go or who I'm with next. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.